Governor Gavin Newsom delivers his proposal for the state budget. We will share some of the key elements. Caltrans shares its plans to address the flooding that routinely closes Highway 99 north of Chico during the rainy season.
Leaders are asking for calm as protesters are calling for more demonstrations here in Portland. I'm Gwen Baumgartner with the developing case after 2 people were shot by Border Patrol agents.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Governor Gavin Newsom released his proposed budget today, now saying the state faces a $2.9 billion budget deficit this next year. And that amount is lower than the $18 billion deficit that legislative budget analysts projected. Now, despite the smaller number, it could still require cuts and will mean the governor won't have money to advance new programs during his last year in office. In the announcement today, California's Department of Finance director said federal funding cuts have taken a toll on the budget and that the state's health care program is being hit especially hard.
Medi-Cal, the big one, it was that they're no longer providing the 90% match for limited scope care. So that's a cost that the state has no choice but to pick up.
The budget proposal isn't final. Lawmakers and Governor Newsom will spend the next several months negotiating the priorities and cuts. We have new details about Caltrans' plans to prevent future flooding that shuts down parts of Highway 99 north of Chico. The newly announced project is still in the planning phase. A Caltrans District 3 spokesperson says you can expect to see crews elevating parts of the highway and then resurfacing it and digging and installing new culverts and drainage system upgrades. We told you yesterday Caltrans scrapped an older plan due to new floodplain mapping. Construction on the project not expected to start for another 4 years. New at noon, Cal Water Service has started a new water infrastructure upgrade in Chico to comply with new regulations governing the amount of PFAS, or forever chemicals, in our drinking water. Work started this week to install more than 3,000 feet of new water mains in central Chico, with work expected to continue through April. It will take place on Chestnut Street between 9th and 12th Streets, on Hazel between 10th and 12th, and West 10th Street between Chestnut and Hazel, and also on West 11th Street between Chestnut and Hazel. Later this month, Cal Water will start installing granular activated carbon treatment equipment at existing well sites. We'll bring you more details on tonight's news. Well, we are enjoying another sunny day this Friday noon hour after a frosty start. Take a look. This video taken as the sun was coming up this morning along Highway 162 east of Willows. Absolutely beautiful. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what lies ahead.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We are taking a look at infrared satellite. A lot of the cloud cover is staying out in the Pacific for today, but we're still dealing with some of those high and mid-level clouds moving through. As far as precipitation today, don't really have any chances for that across the region, and should end up with a lot of sunshine as we progress through the rest of today. In the northern mountains, we'll see temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and as you head down through the Sierra, the southern Cascades, upper 30s potentially around Chester, but most of us able to at least get into those 40s for today. In the foothills, Magalia Paradise, 55 for both. We'll see a northeast wind 10 to 15, and for the North Valley, we're looking at temperatures near 60 for today in Redding, so that's a nice feel outdoors, above average, and also some mid-50s for the Mid-Valley with a light northwest wind. We'll talk about your forecast for the weekend and a warm outlook next week coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. We have new details about Enloe Health's plan to bring on LifePoint Rehabilitation to manage inpatient rehabilitation services. A representative confirmed that there will be no layoffs with this partnership. We told you yesterday several staff members let us know about an email saying that the new partnership meant some management positions would be replaced before March. While that will not happen, we do know that LifePoint will provide management and operating services at Enloe Health Rehab Center. Tensions are high in Portland, Oregon after a shooting that involves federal immigration agents. Authorities say officers shot and injured a husband and wife during a targeted vehicle stop of people with suspected ties to a Venezuelan gang. Gwen Baumgartner has the latest from Portland.
Police in riot gear squared off with protesters outside this ICE facility in Portland, hours after federal agents shot a couple in their car.
It's just been chaos. People, the community is trying to get answers.
It looks like Kohler saying that he was shot twice by ICE and his wife was shot as well.
The Department of Homeland Security says it was conducting a targeted vehicle stop involving 2 suspected Venezuelan members of the Tren de Aragua gang who recently entered the U.S. illegally. In a statement on X this morning, DHS officials identified the pair, adding they, quote, weaponized their vehicle against Border Patrol. The agent took immediate action to defend himself and others, shooting them.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past.
According to DHS, the pair then fled the scene. The victims called 911 and were found more than 2 miles from where the incident happened and were taken to the hospital. While local leaders here in Portland are calling for calm, they're also demanding that ICE halt all of its operations in the city until the investigation is complete.
Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents.
We do not need you. You're not welcome, and you need to get the hell out of our community.
The incident in Portland comes just 1 day after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in Minneapolis, sparking protests across the country.
I'm saddened that we are here once again in a difficult, challenging, complex situation.
Protesters are planning a march later this evening outside the ICE facility in Portland in the wake of the shootings. Gwen Baumgardner, CBS News, Portland.
At least 6 people were arrested outside the Portland ICE facility yesterday. The state attorney general has already launched an investigation into the shooting there. The unrest, also continues today in Minneapolis. Protesters gathered around a memorial for Renee Nicole Good today, 2 days after she was fatally shot by an ICE agent. Students in White Bear Lake, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, staged a walkout as well in protest. The Hennepin County DA has called on members of the public to send any video or evidence they have of the shooting directly to her office, citing concern over the Trump administration's decision to keep the investigation in federal hands. We have new developments to report about a local story that took the national spotlight last month. The woman who shared video of herself yelling at a Chico Target store worker for wearing a Charlie Kirk Freedom shirt said she was fired. Michaela Ponce took to GoFundMe to announce she was fired from her job as a healthcare worker for expressing her personal views outside of work and on her own time. Now asking for help covering basic needs for her children, saying it's something that should be protected under the First Amendment. But to clarify, the First Amendment restricts government action, not private entities. Private employers can set rules about off-duty conduct and speech. We reached out to Enloe Health to confirm Ponce was let go. A spokesperson said they are not allowed to comment on personnel issues. Well, still ahead today, a guest joins us with how you can help shape the future of Chico's parks. We'll be right back.